guys, today we're going to be doing my gift guide, my holiday gift guide for women. I don't think I'll be doing one for men. These are kind of the things that I would love to receive, but I might not necessarily buy for myself. Most of these are luxury, but not all. And a lot of these I think I can find dupes for on Amazon. So I'm not going to show them here, but when I'm editing the video, I'm going to do some Amazon searches. Be sure to check the links below. There's a little button that says more. Hit that button and you'll see all the links. And hopefully I'll be able to pull together some interesting alternatives for you. So my goal here, as I said, is to show you things that maybe I would like to have, but I wouldn't necessarily buy for myself. But the real goal is not to do what my parents used to do. And I say that singularly, not together, because they were divorced when I was very young, but they had a knack for buying me things. What is this? My dad went to Hawaii, and instead of buying me, I don't know, a puka necklace or something, he got me foot thongs made out of shell. And I'm obligated to keep it, right? I can't throw away a gift someone gave to me, so I put it in a drawer. And 5 or 10 years later, in a feng shui moment, a very tardy feng shui moment, I finally tossed it. Those are not the kind of gifts that we want to give people. Thoughtful gifts, gifts that are a little bit different. I think perfume is very, very dangerous because generally you're taking your taste and afflicting it upon somebody else. Now in my case, I don't think it's an affliction. I think I have beautiful, impeccable taste in perfume. But you know, there's going to be people out there who don't agree. And likewise, how many times have I received perfume that I never wear? So those are the kinds of things that we're looking to avoid. And I'm going to pull my computer a little bit closer and put on my glasses. And we're going to go over some things that I found. We're hitting a lot of categories. There'll be some skincare, but no makeup. I think makeup is a weird present to give somebody unless they're 13. So no makeup, but there's going to be skin events, let's say. There'll be body events, let's say. There'll be a little bit of clothing, a little bit of kitchenware, a little bit of scented candles and accessories, and let's get into it right now. So we're going to start with some skincare events. I couldn't think of a better word, you guys. These are things that are true indulgences, things that you might not have for yourself, or you might do something a little similar with your fingers, but here's some toys to play with that are just beautiful. Let's start out with something that would match what I'm wearing and is really stunning looking. This is from Angela Caglio, or Caglia. Glasses would help. A 2-piece 18-karat gold-plated Cairo wand facial set. So you've seen things like this for the eyes, but these are larger, I think, for the entire face. And they're just beautiful. A very special gift. Now this, isn't that pretty? I had to take the picture, you know, with the little flowers and stuff, but also because it's light, you wouldn't see it on a white background. But these are from the same company, and they call it the Rosebud Eye Treatment. And I'm guessing you can use either side of the knob, like the short side inside and the larger side maybe up here, and same kind of thing, but for the eyes. It's lovely. Now this is a rose quartz mask, and that brand, Angela Caglia, makes one that's $650. Hello. This one from Skin Gym is a lot more agreeable. I think they also have them on Amazon, so be sure to check my links below that are even more agreeable. I saw Penny at Penn Smith talk about these a year ago or longer, and apparently there's really this very satisfying and comforting weight to these masks. So you have to lay down when you're wearing them, and it's 100% me time. Maybe listen to some music, use a pillow, one of those special pillows that kind of stretch your neck out a little bit, and just lose yourself for 10 minutes or so. This is something that, you know, my fantasy self says, yes, please. Now, I think these are kind of the same concept, but it's by Jenny Patinkin, Cairo Glow Globes. I can't tell, it seems like there might be something in here. I have blue balls like that, that stay cool, but I keep them in the fridge. But honestly, I think the reason that I don't use them very often is because they're in the fridge and I never think about them. Same thing as that face mask, but these are just eyes. Again, you do have to lay down for these, but if you don't want something for the whole face, I would, because I am a puffy little girl. But if you're just about the puffy eyes, this might be the way to go. With the full one, you get the eyes as well. This is from Nurse Jamie. It is a skin perfecting silicone face wrap. Now years ago, Penny at Penn Smith, and if you're not following her, you should if you're into skincare, was talking about this product from Bloom Body. They have a bunch of different products, things that you put on the chest. You're supposed to sleep on them, but they don't adhere for me. You can put some here, you can put some here. And she spoke more specifically about silicones in general, which is not specific. The idea behind these, she says, is that it's basically the most occlusive thing you can put. We've heard about occlusive oils or creams that lock in our hydration. Ain't nothing more occlusive than a silicone on your face. And what it does is it plumps up your lines and wrinkles a little bit, depending on how deep they are, because it's locking in the hydration in your face. So I'm thinking by extension, this mask, if you don't have time in the morning, for instance, in the morning I like to do facial massage, gua sha, red light. This morning I didn't have that time because I slept late. Again, wondering if I'm coming down with something. And I needed to shoot this video. And I saw this and I thought, you know, this would be ideal for me. Puffy as all get out. I could put something like this on, and that would help with my, you know, keeping hydration in the skin with the lines and wrinkles and whatnot. But I have a feeling that it would also help with puffiness. If not by itself, I could put on a mask. Most sheet masks are cool when I put them on, whether you put them in the fridge or not. I did one this morning, and it was chilly. And then you put this over it. Now, when you put a sheet mask on your face, you have to take it off before it gets dry, because at first it's putting all this loveliness into your skin. Hydration, number one among them, right? But if you leave it on too long, it will start to dry off and it will start to pull on the upper layers of the skin any hydration that you have out. With something like this, you could leave that mask on for 20 minutes or 40 minutes without worrying about it, because there's no transepidermal evaporation, or first, the mask itself isn't evaporating because the silicone over it is stopping it from evaporating. So your skin can really absorb more of that hydration, and the coolness of the mask will help with the puffiness. I don't have this, but I was just, you know, working this through my head, and I think I might get this as a gift to myself and to the whole world, or anyone who has to look at me. This is a product that I have been using for years, and I think it would make a great little stocking stuffer rather than exfoliate with AAHs and BAHs, which I don't love. I love using this muslin cloth. There's 3 in a pack. I've only bought 1 pack, and you can use that one for a year or longer. Just keep it clean, throw it in the wash once in a while, and I use it probably, I go through stages when I use this maybe 2 or 3 times a week, and stages where I don't use it for 2 weeks. It's a great way to exfoliate that is gentle, that is even. You don't have to worry about these micro things that are different sizes in some kind of cream that you're putting on your face that could break your skin. This is a lovely, lovely tool for exfoliation, and I highly recommend it, and I think it would fit a stocking quite nicely. And we're going to get into some stockings as well. I'm going to kind of break everything up so it's not too much of skin and body at one time, because I want to illustrate to you that we're looking at other things as well. So let's go into scent, not perfume. And house scents, I think, actually can be a little dangerous too, but they're far less dangerous and far less investment than buying a nice perfume. This little product from Diptyque, I bought 6 years ago, and it's still going strong. It is hanging in one of my closets. Every time I open the closet, I get that scent, but it's not overwhelming, and it doesn't scent my clothes. That's my experience, but it's just a nice experience to open the closet and, oh, oh, a little bit of this, a little bit of rose. They have several scents. Again, really lovely for a stocking stuffer if you do that. And I like this quite a lot as a gift. I am very big into candles. I have a lot of candles. I love lighting candles, especially in the cooler months. And several years ago, somebody gave me a snuffer. And I thought, that is such a thoughtful gift. It wasn't some random thing. They saw it and they thought, aha, Kiki is into her candles, and I don't think she has something like this. And it's actually better for burning candles to use a snuffer than blowing it out because it moves the wick apparently. And then there's the trimming wick thing. So usually when I have all that black cookie stuff, I'll pinch it with my fingers. I'll get it on my fingers. I've dropped it on the floor before, hard to get out of your rug, or I've gotten it on my clothes before. And I got these little cutter things a couple of years ago. Game changer. Game changer. You don't have to touch anything, and it doesn't even cut, as opposed to pinching with your fingers. They come as a set. You can get one at Diptyque, which is silver, which is lovely. But there's also this really pretty one here from Williams-Sonoma that is gold tone, and I think that's very pretty as well. And I think that is a lovely gift that is thoughtful and, you know, somewhat appropriate to the season. While we're talking about scent, while I do think it's dangerous, I want to share with you two of my very favorite candles. This one is called Hashish. It's by Jonathan Adler. That is a porcelain container. And this is a big, big candle. You can see because there's 2 wicks in there. And when I'm done with mine, and I have these all over the place, I pop it in the freezer to freeze out the last bit, pop that wax out, and I'll use them as decorative items. Or if you wanted to, you could put other things in there. You could put it in your bathroom if you want and have cotton buds in one and whatever you want. But it's a very, very pretty container that should be used again. This scent doesn't smell like hashish. Well, I don't know what hashish proper smells like, but it doesn't smell like marijuana, and that's for sure. Or skunk. Like, to me, skunk and marijuana, pretty close, depending, I guess, on what it is. It has a leathery tobacco leaf kind of thing, so it doesn't smell like cigarettes either, but it is so warm and slightly sweet. It has a thickness to it that I find very, very comforting this time of year when it can get so chilly. Another one, the same kind of scent and yet different. And this has surpassed for me the hashish recently, in last couple of years, but I still love the hashish, and that is the Harlem Candle Company. And this is a female business, woman who lives in Harlem. These are candles that evoke a certain period of time, like the 20s in Harlem, right? And many of them are named after musicians. This one is named after, he's not a musician, he's like an educator, a musical educator, I can't remember exactly, but Langham is my favorite. This blue glass container is so beautiful, and when the wax goes down a little bit and the light is flickering through this blue glass, it's just stunning. It's a whole experience, the color and the scent. So those are two that I really love and I would recommend as a gift if you know anybody who also enjoys those kind of smoky, deep, rich scents. I forgot one more candle. This one is from Diptyque. It's called Santal. I love this. Sandalwood is probably my favorite wood. I prefer it over cedar wood or any other kind of woods out there. I adore the sandalwood, and this is a very, very good sandalwood candle. It's not mixing up with too much, but there's also some interest in here, and it just gives me a smile when I light this. And you know, you can do the whole Diptyque thing where you can get the snuffer, the cutter, and a Santal candle, which is sandalwood. It's kind of sweet and milky and just delicious. Now, while we're talking about this whole candle idea, how about match strikers? Because I don't really like those lighter things. I think they're not wholesome. They're too technical. I love the look of a match striker. And I do have a match striker actually from Jonathan Adler that is shaped like an elephant, which I love elephants. It's hard to find the right match to strike with that because it is porcelain. With these, I think you'll have an easier time finding the right matches to go with it, but this is a really interesting one, and I think it comes in other colors. I like this tall shape. It's unusual. I've never seen anything quite like that. It might be a nice display. A match striker would kind of finish out that whole candle love idea. Okay, let's get back to the luxurious, makes me feel like a queen, I would never buy it for myself kind of thing. Look at this. This comes in white marble, which is what I'm showing. It comes in black marble as well. This is a dry brush, which is supposed to be so good for you. I've tried dry brushing a couple of times, but I'm just not so disciplined. When I get naked, I don't want to spend 5 minutes doing something because I'm probably cold before I actually turn on the water. But I'm really going to make an effort this year to do this right before I shower. Here's some beautiful dry brush. It would look beautiful on a vanity, and it would be a luxurious experience. Again, I'll find some inexpensive ones on Amazon for you if it's something you want to do. But if you want to do something really special, that might be the way. Now this is a kit. I always thought dry brushing was dry, and I have a feeling the oil is to put on your skin afterwards, maybe? I'm not sure, but I just thought the whole packaging was quite nice. This, I have no idea, but it's in that whole thing, and I'm so really compelled about this. So this is Hayoyu, a bamboo body tapper. What is that the monks used to do? Self-flogging? Kind of like that, but I have a feeling, my educated guess is, it's something you tap all over your body to bring the blood to the surface, which is very good for your cells. It keeps your cells nourished and healthy, and it can help with collagen production as well. But you do this on your body. Get some on your arms, get some on your legs, get that blood moving without having to exercise. And I don't know, it's that whole luxurious, I wouldn't buy it for myself kind of thing, but this is pretty cool kind of a thing. I like. Starbright, I want to sing, Starlight. Farm Herbal Bath Tea. This is just pretty. I have no idea what it smells like, but because it's a gift, it almost doesn't matter what it smells like as much as it matters what it looks like. And it looks like it has these little bags that you put this into, and then you drop, pull the string and drop the bag into the bathtub. And again, it's just in that bathroom luxurious kind of a thing. Also, depending on the style of who you're giving this to, that might look so pretty on the countertop or on the vanity. Now we're going to move on to hair. So years and years ago, I was at some random shop, and there was this wire thing. It kind of was shaped like this, but it was bigger. And as you press it, it does this to your head, and I'm telling you, it felt so relaxing and amazing. I don't know what it's called, and I've never seen one since. But when I saw this gua sha for the scalp, I thought, I am convinced that we don't brush our hair as much as we used to. Style has changed. When I was younger, I brushed my hair every day. But now we like a piecey look, we like a messy look, and I think for most of us, I know for me, I will brush my hair when I'm brushing my conditioner through after I wash my hair, but I'm not brushing it every day. And I think we are really missing, again, that blood to the surface of the scalp, which keeps our hair healthy and keeps our head healthy, and this might do it. So if you don't want to brush through because you're going through a piecey look and you don't want a smooth look, something like a gua sha will really help you out. Or alternatively, but this is not a gift, it's free, you can just sit here and massage your head while you're watching TV at night. I've been known to. If you have someone in your life who loves Dries Van Noten or who likes color block, I saw this comb and I thought, I love yellow and blue. It just sings to me. Again, could be a small little thing or a stocking stuffer, but I had to bring it up because if you're into color, that's the cutest comb I've ever seen, ever. And here is a lovely comb and brush set. Again, pretty on the vanity. Most people, I don't know, might not spend a lot of money on themselves for a brush, but a good brush is quite important. That's the way to go about it. We're going back to dry brushing. Sorry about that. This is a dry brush set, so you have one that has a knob on it that you could probably do that in circular motions, and the one with the handle would be upstroke motions. And I think they're quite cute, and that's an idea. Not a bad price for that one. And another hairbrush. So I use a paddle brush. I've had it for years and years and years and years, which goes to show you, if you spend $100 on a brush, as long as you don't lose it, it will last for a long time. I don't even know who my maker is, but a paddle brush works well for my hair type. And Cicely Paris has a beautiful paddle brush, and it would make a beautiful, beautiful gift. There's also, and I don't know that much about this, you guys, different hair types for different brushes, but the Mason Pearson brush is supposed to be the best brush ever. It's a very famous brush. I myself don't have one, but it would be, again, a lovely gift in the hair area. I'm back. Do I look different? My shirt was kind of bothering me, and my card filled up, so I had to load everything, and I thought, why don't I just change while that's happening? Sometimes I'm just silly that way. Let's get back into gifts. Let's talk about food, because I'm always up to talk about food. If somebody gave me this gingerbread house, I would be delighted. This is a glass of wine, sitting with a friend, husband, whoever, brother, sister, kids, and spend a couple of hours putting together a gingerbread house. You're giving them the gift of time, spending together as family or friends, and a lovely house. And if you don't drink too much wine, it might even be cute. Probably don't make it with a type A person like me. I should get my own house. And for Christmas Day, in a stocking, look at these marshmallow men from Williams-Sonoma. I'm sorry, too cute. Marshmallow face snowmen. So Williams-Sonoma has made mullein spices for a long, long time. I used to have some that were in a tin, and I probably saved the tin because I love those kind of tins. And if I find one, I will link it below. Even if you don't like mullein spices, you don't want to have mulled wine. I think you put your wine in it, or you can put apple cider in it if you want to have non-alcoholic. Just making this, putting this on the oven, on the stovetop, makes your whole place smells divine. It smells like Christmas time. It smells like the holidays, whatever you celebrate. And it's the kind of thing that's very specific to, you know, December, January. Why not do that? When I was in Prague several years ago in December, and in many European cities, probably not all, they have these little, I don't remember what they're called, but they're these like little villages that come up, these little huts with straw and everything, and you buy Christmas decorations and wreaths, and you have mulled wine or mulled cider, and it has that smell, and it's something that just happens for a couple of weeks. I can't remember how long it was up, but it just screams it's the season, and that's how you get there with your nose. So in the kitchen, we're still in the kitchen thing. If you know someone who's into pop art, bright colors, Lichtenstein, that kind of stuff, and they decorate that way, I love a coffee press. It's such a great way, a French press, to make your coffee. And this one has that green, these great colors that are very exciting and might be a nice gift. If you know someone who's an expat, a New Yorker expat, I'm not sure really how to say that. My mom lived in New York for many, 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 many years. Now I think if I gave her this, that is the last thing I want to see. I never want to see a cup like that again. But I think it's kind of kitschy. And I think for some people, it would bring back memories. They've left New York, but they still have a big soft spot for it. Why not give them a cup like this to go with that little French press? Different color story, but I don't know. I think that's kind of cute, and I think for the right person, it's a thoughtful gift. And now I'm getting cold, you guys. I gotta roll down my sweatpants. Okay, coat goes on, actually blazer, and we are continuing. Let's talk about knits. This is the time to give knits. You can, of course, find a cap, scarf, glove set, but for me, I think scarves, I'd rather pick out my own scarves. I'm going to tell you, if somebody gave me a set like that, I'd be thank you for the hat, and thank you for the gloves. I want to do my own scarf. But look at these. I had gloves like these and I have no idea where I put them. Recently I did a big search and I found some of my gloves that I wasn't sure where I put, but I did not find these. They have half fingers to here and this little mitten that you put over, but if you're typing, you can take those off, or you're walking the dog, or you have to pick up some dog specials and you need to use your fingers. I love these. I don't know, call me crazy, but I feel like mittens keep my hands warmer than gloves, or gloves that are knit, which are different than mittens, but I'm not really sure why. But I know what I got going on in my head, which is really such a loaded statement. This is so interesting. So it seems like you can wear it a couple of ways. It's like a capelet, so it goes down to the shoulders, right? But you can pull this up over your head, so it's a capelet. You can have loose, or you can pull it closer around your neck to keep your neck warm, or you can pull it up, keep your ears, your head, your neck, the whole thing done. I would imagine that you can easily wear this under many kinds of jackets, but maybe not all. It depends on how long it is on your body. But I think this is really cute, and I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. It's playful, it's fun, depending on the color you get, it's totally seasonal, and I think that is a great little fun gift. Hats. I mean, let's talk hats. This is a classic Pendleton, so I don't know, I kind of like that. But I want to show you, I need to go get mine. Look at this hat. Keep that thought. Okay, when I was thinking about this video and I was thinking about presents and I was thinking about hats, I was thinking about these two hats that I bought years ago when I was in Vancouver for several months, and I pulled them out to see if this company's still around, and it is. It's called Feng Shui, and it looks like they still make a hat like this one, and this is kind of reversible. Now, I don't know, is my head big or what? My ears are over here, so it's not going to cover my ears. So incredibly cute, isn't it? I have a gray coat that I used to wear it with. And you could turn it around, although there is a flower on it, so, you know, I wouldn't do this too often, but you can turn it around and wear it like this. Yeah, it's a little spacey with that flower. So they make something either like this or this, still in different colors. This one they don't make, which is such a shame, but I think it's a little bit shorter. It's more like a beanie, and I love that. I have a brown coat too. I'm big into coats because I live in Los Angeles and we never need them. But so cute. Everything is handmade, and if it's something you're interested in and you don't live in Vancouver, you'll definitely want to give them a call and see what they have available and if they can custom make, because I believe they do custom make. I looked on their website the other night, but I'm not sure if you'll be able to do anything this time of year, but I just had to show this to you because I love mine. I think they're so special and unique, and they're wool, but they're felted. I think they said wet felted. Oh, I could turn this one inside out too, actually. But you can see the stitch work in here. So well made. I just want it to go a little bit lower. Anyway, there's some hat ideas for you. Now I have hat hair. I love these bombas. You can get two in a set, which honestly, I don't know, if you had guests coming over, wouldn't that be a lovely gift to give somebody so they can paddle around the house in bombas? I think they're so adorable. They're colorful, they're happy. I just look at them and I feel happy. What makes me sad is they don't have them in my size, boo-hoo. And they have the, I forget what it's called, but they're like Uggs inside. Let's talk tea. Let's talk tea. Okay, let's fix the hair and talk some tea. So last year when I did this, I brought up things like books, beautiful pens, beautiful writing paper. I wanted to talk about things that other people were not talking about, but tea is something I'm going to bring back. So take a look at my other video. I will link it right here, and you can get some different ideas. I'm trying to really be different now, but I can't stand how pretty this is. And tea can be so delicious. It can be such a terrible bore, but it can also be really, really delicious. More so than coffee. Like to me, coffee, I don't really notice the difference between one thing and another so much. I don't, do the sniffing and, oh yes, I can tell these beans were harvested in September at 5,000 feet. I'm not that good with coffee. I know what I don't like, and I know what I do like. I just like a dark roast, honestly. But tea can be very, very special. And I love this set because I love the idea of having one teacup. It's just for you. It's not for your guests. It's your time. And then they have these little pyramid infusers and a little tray. And of course it's pink, which I'm all about, but you can get them in other colors. And this company, Tea Forte, I think if you're into teas, is a place you need to go to. Last year when I did this, I remember a couple people told me about some other tea things, and I don't remember what those companies were, but I know that I have some tea people out there. Here's something else from the Starbright Farm Herbal Tea Duo with Silver Tea Strainer. Again, it's pretty, it's special, it's thoughtful, and if the other thing was a little too fuzzy for you, I happen to love it, but you want to do something a little more earthy, that might be the way to go in the tea world. And then here's a tea chest called Warming Joy. It's 40 pyramid infusers, and it looks like it has many different flavors. I don't know if it's 40 different flavors or not, because I can't count on this picture, but what, again, a lovely gift for somebody who is very much into tea. This next foray, this next little tangent is inspired by these. These are little toothbrushes. How freaking cute are they? They're dirty because I use them for display. But my mom had these, and they're small, right? I think they're smaller than usual toothbrushes. They're acrylic, and they have these designs on them. My mom had them, and piano keys. My mother had something like this, and I said, oh my god, that is so cute, even if I'm not going to use it. I put this in this is a jam container. It looks like milk glass, which I'm sure it's not. And I love this. I can't stand it. And I started to look to see if I could find toothbrushes like this, because I do not see the name anywhere here. And what I found was there's some stuff going on in toothbrushes that we need to talk about. So first of all, I just want to touch on a couple of things. Eco-friendly bamboo sister collective. So it looks like 5 toothbrushes, and I don't know why, I think that's such a cool thing. If you know someone who's into sustainability, or somebody whose style is, again, a little more on the earthy side, I don't know how to categorize it exactly. I think those toothbrushes are pretty cool and would make a great gift. Call me crazy. Stocking stuffer. Here's one from C.O. Bigelow that is very, very handsome. It's just a good looking toothbrush. Let's face it, most toothbrushes are ugly. I think they go out of their way to make ugly toothbrushes. We can do better. I had a feeling that these might be Japanese because it seems like it is something that would be. So I did a little searching around, and I found a website called Mochi Things, M-O-C-H-I. You might call it Mochi or Mochi, but they have these toothbrushes that look like they're the same thing, but they are not the same colors and size and design. But if you're into that kind of acrylic with some kind of design on it, something a little fun, give 3 or 4 or 5 of them as a gift to somebody. I don't know why, I just love it, and I thought you might love it too. And while you're there, take a look let's make flossing fun. I found this site as well, and I thought this is just a fantastic stocking stuffer for kids, teenagers, adults. It really doesn't matter who, but you're giving them some really fun, really cute dental floss when you're giving them the toothbrush. Is it too weird, you guys? Because I don't think it is. Camera stopped again, and I'm not sure where it stopped, and you guys, we're losing the light. I'm getting cold. I'm just going to go over a couple of things. I want to talk about some houseware things that might be great gifts. I think they would be great gifts, and they're wooden cutting boards, cheese boards. They have a very artisanal feeling to them, and I think for certain people, salt and pepper shaker, isn't that cute? It almost looks like chess pieces. For certain aesthetic, it's really going to work. And even if you have a friend who has a very modern aesthetic and they like very, very clean lines, I find when you warm it up with something more bespoke, more handmade looking, more artisanal, it kind of is a nice juxtaposition and warms the place up. And you guys, my God, I hope this video ends up okay. I'm starting to hear cars, which you can hear too, and the sun is completely gone. It's super, super dark. And yeah, I hope that you might have been inspired by some of my ideas and you found a couple of things that you definitely want to try out. And check my links down below, which will bring you right there. And a reminder that I will be looking for some of the more high-end things for dupes on Amazon, and those will be linked down below as well. We need to get that shopping done so we're not doing the last minute panicking and the last minute let's pay $40 for shipping for a $30 item fun. And so I thought this video I definitely wanted to put out to you for this weekend. Until the next video. Mwah! Ciao.